Hello, once again, it's me, it's Damon, and at this time I want to talk about last video. Well, I talked about the best songs discovered through the guise of a movie soundtrack. Now I'm going to talk about something similar, or at least the same connected, same vein as this will be the movie score, an original score for the movie. So, a movie score can basically, like a bad movie with a movie score, at least has every moment of its movie seems more intense or apropos. Whereas a bad movie score can actually make a movie that's supposed to be serious, like an unintentional comedy. Now, the top 20 score that I've taken is from movies. It's not just a theme. It's not just like one song of the whole soundtrack of the whole score, sorry, of the movie score. It's not just one song that make me feel emotion. So I made sure to pick my top 20 includes scores which every note or every just about every song of that movie score made me feel something, made me feel the emotion designed to be. However, since it's not fair for me to take, in my opinion, to take multiple installment of the same series of movies if it's by the same composer, I will just use it for one spot. So basically, if it's a for a movie series, for example, Indiana Jones, I will not use all Indiana Jones. Like I will not use 5 spot out of 20 will be occupied by Indiana Jones. No, it's only going to be one. So just a warning when a heads up. And yes, there'll be many familiar, many composers that are recurrent in this case, which says a lot about their work and how much they need to be appreciated while we still have them. So number 20, Karate Kid, the score by Bill Conti. I mean, it shares a lot with another movie in this list, but I always loved the Karate Kid as a kid. Still do love it now, and I like Karate Kid 2 as well. Karate Kid 3 was crap, and the next Karate Kid even more crap. And Cobra Kai, to me, you could easily have the argument of 1, 2. Karate Kid Legend might be the third one as a better one. And Cobra Kai. 1, 2, can put it together, Cobra Kai, and then the Karate Kid Legend will be the epilogue of Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence. But nevertheless, the movie score is excellent. Every song of that movie score made you feel something, whether it's the introduction of Mr. Miyagi, Daniel being bullied at school, the introduction of Johnny, every bit of it was important, especially at the end, the moment of truth. Basically, at the climax of the movie, the end of the tournament, it always kept you on edge. So that's number 20. Number 19 is to me from the weakest, in my opinion, the weakest Christopher Nolan movie there is, Interstellar by Hans Zimmer. Is the weakest, but it's not a bad movie. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not something I feel like getting on DVD. It's just something that happened. But the score by Hans Zimmer is excellent, especially the song Stay, which tugs at your heartstrings there listening to this and knowing the specific detail of the movie, the scene it's used, is really emotional. So that's number 19. Number 18 on my list will be Men in Black by Danny Elfman. I mean, it's a gothic movie. It needs a gothic composer in Danny Elfman. I mean, yeah, you have the Men in Black theme song sung by Will Smith, but the actual score of the movie is done by Danny Elfman. It's done very well. It and it keeps you on toes for basically many of the movie shenanigans. So that's number 18. Number 17 is Good Will Hunting, also by Danny Elfman. I told you there's some people who repeat themselves. There would be recurrent team. There's people who are recurrent, and I felt like very good at putting Danny Elfman because I felt like people always seem to omit his name from the great movie composers. He has plenty of hits, and you're right, a lot of them will be on this list as well. But Good Will Hunting is a score that's not to talk about because it's not as quirky or as gothic as he usually has it. It fits the the realm of the movie about basically, in this case, would be Will Hunting trying to find his place in the world, trying basically being so scared of failure that we basically auto-sabotage himself. And if it's a movie, if it's also the trauma beyond his own therapist, Sean McGuire, who is a widower for like 2 years. It every team in this case, every song used in the movie, I feel like has a story of its own. So if you have time or you have activities or chores, you can listen to that movie score while you're doing your chores. That's number 17. 16, Kill Bill by Ennio Morricone. I know Ennio Morricone also did the scores for the Western with Clint Eastwood and Sergio Leone. I have to repeat there that I did not watch those Western, so I can't tell, but I do know that the score of Kill Bill is legendary because it does feel like a Western just with samurai swords. So it basically feels like, sorry, it feel like a Western just with sword fights rather than gunfights. So yeah, I mean, the bride, pretty much Beatrix Kiddo, kind of feels like a Clint Eastwood character in a Quentin Tarantino movie. So that fits the bill here. No pun intended. That's number 16. Number 15, The Scarface Theme by Giorgio Moroder. I mean, some of you who watch Scarface should know it's an epic movie, fantastic performance by Al Pacino. In my opinion, it's one of his best performances along with Godfather 1 and 2, Dog Day Afternoon, Scent of a Woman, and Eat. Those are, to me, is my favorite performance of his. I'm not saying he didn't have any more, he had plenty of more, but those are my favorite ones. And Scarface ranks along there, alongside with them. And I'm still baffled by the fact that that movie was nominated as Razzies. Like, what the hell? It's an awesome movie for the ages. And I heard that there's going to be a reboot of this or remake. It's like, no, we don't need a remake. It was done expertly then. And yeah. And even the theme song of Scarface was kind of tragic, kind of hinting that there was not going to be a happy ending for anybody involved. The one who has the best ending, and even that's not happy, is Elvira, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, who leaves the movie, leaves Tony Montana, but we don't know what happens to her. Maybe she goes to rehab because she was being a drug addict. So there's no real happy ending for anybody involved in this. So yeah, it's a fantastic movie with a fantastic soundtrack. Number 14, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 990 from John LePrez. That's a soundtrack while sleeping on. I think nobody mentions as no mention it as much as it should that it's a great score. And for a movie that's supposed to be about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like listen to that score. It nails every emotion it tries to convey. It's serious at times, can be goofy at times, and the moment they're serious are supposed to be, heartbreaking, they can be. The moment they're supposed to be intense, it can be. That's something that Secret of Ooze still had some of that score, but not as much. And TMNT3, let's forget about that movie. That movie's a mess from the get-go. But in terms of movie score, even TMNT3 score was bad. Though I should have included it in the fact that it introduced me to ZZ Top. So yeah. But apart from that, I mean TMNT, the first one, a great movie score. That's number 14. Number 13, Beetlejuice by Danny Elfman. I told you Danny Elfman will come back often. I mean, Beetlejuice, not the score of the original, the movie, the score, the theme song of Beetlejuice, but the whole movie is excellent. And the soundtrack helps a lot. If you had somebody with a goofy soundtrack, it would take away from basically the mood of the movie, what's supposed to be the comedy, but at certain moments it becomes a bit frightening. I mean, at the end, where they're trying to basically uh, destroy basically Barbara and Adam Maitland. That score was very intense at that point. or when Beetlejuice is brought back to the afterlife by the sandworms. That score was very intense. So it could be funny, but could be intense at times. That's very important there for it to me for to make a great movie score. Number 12, Jurassic Park by John Williams. I mean, Waller, that score. I mean, especially the first one was legendary. We know the theme of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World has been repeated often, and yeah, so I felt like it was very, very well done. And the whole movie, even when basically when they discovered the dinosaurs, when they discovered the Earths, it's very important. And in fact, it was so legendary, not just the theme, but the score that had been replicated or basically parodied sometimes in some movies, being spoofed, being referenced to. So, but no, we can talk about the scene and the great movie by Steven Spielberg, but we cannot afford to omit the awesome score from John Williams. That's for number 12. Number 11, Sherlock Holmes by Hans Zimmer. I mean, he nailed basically the tone of the movie that the Guy Ritchie movies that they want to do, the first one, second. And FYI, I really want Sherlock Holmes 3. That's like the one movie I want from Robert Downey Jr. nowadays. I want Sherlock Holmes 3. And yeah, like basically a classical approach at the same time, basically whimsical tone to it, and the nuance in the score are very good. That's the thing I really love on Zimmer's scores. There's always some there's always some nuance in his scores, and yeah, sometimes there's some bits that repeat themselves, just like Danny Elfman can often use some maybe some notes that basically dropped some other movie score, but give them a break. How many movie scores have they made? Some of them might have some similar tone after a while. So, I mean, in this case, Sherlock Holmes by Hans Zimmer, it's excellent. The whole team, the whole score is excellent. It's number 11. I'm good. The top 10. Number 10, Gladiator by Hans Zimmer. Sorry if I took a little bit of while. I was just reading what I wrote, and for some reason it wasn't clear. It was too pale for me to understand what it was. It's Gladiator by Hans Zimmer. Again, we all remember the Hans Zimmer score. And take away the score from the movie. The movie is awesome. It's one of my favorite of all time. But take away the score and it's not as good. It needs the score. No movie is too good for their score. So that's living proof of this. The score is intense, it's epic, and reflects it in the final product. That's number 10. Number 9, Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones series by John Williams. Fun fact, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, I think, is the last movie that John Williams scored before he took his retirement. I mean, the guy scored so many series. He scored Schindler's List, Jaws, uh, E.T. He collaborated a lot of times with Steven Spielberg. That's one of a great, iconic director, movie composer duo. I mean, there's one more that is going to be my honorable mention. Going to mention later on before the number one spot. But yeah, John Williams is legendary. His movie scores, I mean, take away his movie scores from the movies himself, and you take a lot out of his movies. So that's for number here. That's for number 9. Number 8, Top Gun 2 by Hans Zimmer. I like that it draws up inspiration of the original score from the first one, but also become its own things. And the song "Talk to Me Goose" of the trailer, this "Talk to Me Goose" from the movie score of Top Gun 2, to me is beyond emotional. It's like one of my favorite song from a movie score, at least in the last 10 years. I will not say an hyperbole and say of all time. It's not an hyperbolic statement that it's one of my favorite score songs from the last 10 years. It's emotional. It talks that whole song's about redemption and about still mattering in a world that seemed to have passed you by. So I love that song. I love Top Gun 2 and I love its score. Number 7, from Hans Zimmer again, Inception score. I mean, people can laugh about the wah, blah in the trailer that basically Inception's trailer originated. But honestly, I don't care. The old trailer, the old movie is fantastic. Uh, the songs can be epic. At times they need to be. They integrated Edith Piaf's Je ne regrette rien in the movie score, and it was a very important part of the movie when they tried to wake up and get that kick. Um, Inception is an awesome movie, but a lot of it is also due to Hans Zimmer. I mean, if I remember correctly, I'm not sure if he won best. He was nominated for movie editing, for music editing, but I'm not sure if he won for best movie soundtrack. Because that whole movie about Inception was excellent, and the song, the team, sorry, the score was, I'll say this, was fascinating from beginning to end. So that's all I'll keep. Number 28, it's another rated one. It's one that I didn't see in the recent follow-up to this year, but in 28 Days Later by John Murphy. That's my favorite John Murphy score ever. I know he scored Superman 2025, but to me, it felt like a remix of Somebody Was My Honorable Mention, and it felt a bit too close to that. So, yeah, it's like 28 Days Later, especially the team is awesome. It's even a team that you can put in a heavy metal song, and it's awesome. So that's number six. Number five. In this case, what else? The Rocky movies by Bill Conti. We all heard that song, basically getting stronger now. Bas So basically, that's a song I can play at the gym as well. It's basically a self-motivational song or self-motivational piece of music that basically incite you to get in better shape, to basically fulfill your potential, to do your best, to give it your all, and to leave nothing for excuse, nothing, and not hold yourself back. That to me, that's what the team song represents. But also, there's some part about loss, like when he lost Mickey, uh, when when Adrian was pregnant and they had pregnancy, she suffered from pregnancy complications. She had to stay out to the hospital. I mean, the sadness that Rocky felt, that sadness that Paulie felt. I mean, there's so many different emotions that are touched on in this movie score, which is excellent. Number four, Batman 89 and Batman Returns from Danny Elfman. That's my favorite Danny Elfman scores. And again, Tim Burton and Danny Elfman is a great combo in terms of movie scores. And yeah, Batman 89, I mean, the Batman theme song is still legendary to this day, it's still one. If it wasn't for another one, it would be my definitive Batman theme. But Batman Returns had so many good songs as well. The introduction of the Penguin, the theme song from when Selina transformed to Catwoman, and Batman 89. You also had the triumphant theme song of Batman at the end of the movie when basically triumphant symphony when he triumphed over adversity. And let's not forget the descent into mystery when he takes Vicky Vale to the Batcave. That song is spectacular. Not just awesome, spectacular. I mean, it's so spectacular that Warner Brothers had the gall to use that theme song as well as the victory theme from Batman 89. They used them, both of them, in the Batman Forever trailers and the Batman Robin trailers, despite the fact that Danny Elfman and Tim Burton were not there to direct or produce the music for the movie, respectively. The no Warner Brothers had no shame then; they have no shame now. But listen to those pieces of music, and it's excellent. So that's number four. Now you probably wonder what's going to be number three. Number three, the Lord of the Rings saga by Howard Shore. I mean, the whole score of of the Lord of the Rings to me is epic. Trying to find another adjective to use, it's epic. It's it's mesmerizing, and when you listen to this, transfer you, and it's like it basically transfer you to the world of Middle Earth. I mean, the team from the team song from the Shire, basically a team of basically the end of it all. Basically, I think was the when basically the Frodo and Sam drop off the ring to Mordor. All those theme songs are very, very crucial to making every moment count. That moment was just as if not more intense because of the song than because of the scene. So it's very important that we keep in mind that the movie score from the original Love of the Ring trilogies are not just a success, they're a masterpiece. So that's number three. Number two, it's a whole series, is Star Wars from John Williams. Told you John Williams was going to come back. John Williams might just be one of the two, we can all agree he's in the top five of best movie composers of all time, but might be in the two. So, gotta give respect on his name. He did the Star Wars theme songs. It's like basically not just the original theme, but the Song of Darth Vader, the Imperial March, all of these done by one person, John Williams. If John Williams did not take the role of movie composers, who knows if Star Wars would have been as much of a success as it is. I mean, we talk about movie directors, we talk about acting, but we don't talk often about the movie composer, the score of the movie. The score to me might not be a hit, might not maybe break a movie, but make a good movie great. And a bad score might make an okay movie awful. So yeah, I think John Williams absolutely did a great job and needs to be given his flowers more often than not, especially for Star Wars. Now, honorable mention again with John Williams, the Superman team. Superman movies, he did this, and it's like the reason why I didn't put John Murphy from this year's Superman is because I feel like it's way too close to Superman 2025, and I don't like the fact that they try to pretty much reproduce the same score because to me it means lack of originality. You know, I want them to do their own thing, and I felt like Superman 2025, in terms of score, that is only remixed. They didn't do their own stuff, which could be another video where I feel like we over rely on nostalgia rather than doing our own thing. That's my problem with Superman 2025 in terms of score. Another honorable mention is, interesting enough, Man of Steel from Hans Zimmer. That movie, while I respect this and while I prefer Superman 1 and 2 over Man of Steel, my third favorite Superman movie, but also love the fact that Hans Zimmer had the courage, he mustered the courage to create his own movie score. He didn't try to rely on the movie, the Superman theme done by John Williams. He did his own thing, and that took courage, which I feel you don't see often in movies. So, but the number one movie score, in my opinion, if from people who know me know it's no surprise, of course, it's the Room movie score. The Room has a perfect movie score. Mwah! It's a movie score that's basically a chef-d'oeuvre. Nobody can match The Room. No one, not Hans Zimmer, not John Williams, not Howard Shore, not Bill Conti, not Dahlia, but no one. I mean, it's a fantastic movie with fantastic acting from Tommy Wiseau. Oh, hi, Mark. Of course. I'm kidding. Number one is the Dark Knight trilogy by Hans Zimmer. I mean, every theme song of that movie, like every theme of that movie is represented through all the little piece of music. I mean, the first one, Batman Begins, I remember every song. Every song is titled is Every song bears the title of a Latin name of a bat. Molossus is basically the Batman team, the Christopher Nolan Batman's movie team, and it's epic. By itself, I've always say which of the Batman signature theme song as its his official theme song would you prefer? Maybe Danny Elfman, but basically Molossus is very good. I've even seen remix of both at the same time. I thought that's awesome. So yeah, the Why So Serious music piece of music with Joker. Like he only needed two keys to make a song for the Joker. How brilliant is that? The movie theme of Bane in there, like I think it's Gotham's Reckoning. I mean, even the theme song of the team, sorry, even the piece of music when Harvey Dent loses his mind and holds Gordon and his family at bay, at gunpoint, sorry. To me, the whole movie score is outstanding. Like that's why I put the whole trilogy there, because it's not fair to just put 3 spots out of 20 for the Dark Knight trilogy. It deserved the #1 spot. And I would dare say that Hans Zimmer is in the top two in terms of movie composers with John Williams. I mean, listen to movie scores and tell me if I'm wrong. So those on my list, and it's true. Batman versus Superman. Donald just didn't put it as Hans Zimmer because it's mostly Junkie XL, which is Hans Zimmer's protege in Hans Zimmer. But I prefer to put in the Dark Knight trilogy because to me, the genius that went behind this, the composing was awesome, and even there's some Easter eggs in that in the score. Like basically a song that happened, a score in one, I think it's Barbastella in the Batman Begins soundtrack. Basically, there's a certain sound that happens when Bruce Wayne's parents get shot, and he's at a police station, and that's when he undergoes, in his mind, the mission to become Batman to avenge his parents. And at the end, of Dark Knight Rises, when basically you see him basically pondering what to do with the bomb, basically signifying that's the end of his Batman. Like the beginning, the end of the Batman, basically there's a sound that basically happens there. It's very satisfying when you discover those Easter eggs, and that's where I'll end it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What's your favorite movie score of all time and why? Let me know later. In the meanwhile, have a great day. Bye.